How is everybody doing today? I'm Anima, and today I have another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle, this time for you against Henry. So, hello Henry, thank you very much for the challenge. Henry is a passers-by. Now, this is important to tell you because as of late I've been battling actual people that I have actual back and forth with. So that's like amazing, right? So I put in my little description thingy looking for RU, NU, and so I hope that challenges that come my way are anything resembling RU, NU. So the trend is that no. The trend is that just no. That people challenge me, seeing the whatever, they probably don't understand, or they just want to get their kicks or whatever, or maybe they couldn't find a puppy to kick, so they just thought they'd challenge me. And usually it's like the flavor of like Greninja, da 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 da. It's usually that whole affair. So when I saw this, I was actually like, I mean, I saw him challenge me, and I was like, okay, yeah, sure, and accepted. And I had like this bloody team in my box, so. I see this Tyranitar and this Dragonite, and I was like, oh. Are you serious? But fine, whatever. It's okay. I'll just deal with it. So you're gonna see what happens. I'm gonna hit play, and yeah. Don't really feel the need to go over team preview. As you can see, what I'm bringing anyway. I would like you all to take note of the Beedrill. I would like you all to remember Beedrill. Keep Beedrill in your hearts for this battle. So I decided to lead with my MVP, presumably not really anticipating like any particular lead of his, but I just wanted to set up my sticky web. But seeing this Dragonite, I was like, oh my lord, I just needed to break its multi-scale straight away. So the Dragonite goes for the Ice Beam, and actually I take that pretty goddamn well if I do so myself. I feel like now's the time to go for a Synthesis or a sticky web. And my opponent reveals the Hurricane, and I was like, oh my god! If I'd known, I wouldn't have stayed in, but because he went for the Ice Beam, I didn't really feel any need to fear the Hurricane. But obviously he was just trying to be accurate. So I get completely overkilled by this Hurricane and go out into my dirty fridge, as my opponent withdraws his Dragonite ZQ37 and goes out into the Typhlosion, which is obviously excellent against the Rotom Frost. So I go for the Reflect. I should have gone for the Volt Switch really, just to raise my defense. I decide to switch out because obviously I don't want an eruption to the face and go out into Pain. So Pain is fine, gonna be able to take an eruption I think, but you know, I'm not really going to be happy to sit here and just take them all day. So Pain takes that fairly well, and it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I'm sitting there at around about 60%. The Typhlosion goes for a Sunny Day, showing me that it's not Scarfed or Specs or anything of that noise. And I decide to go for a knockoff because I thought it might have a Scarf or something like that. And as you're going to see, it's actually not carrying an item. So I don't really know if this is a whole passers-by special and there's like no item, or maybe my opponent forgot, but he seems a bit too informed to have like forgot. And the eruption is only gonna do the same amount just because he has the sun up, so it doesn't really matter that he's lost a bit of HP. As I decide to get up my stealth rocks. And so the Typhlosion is gonna go for an eruption again, and this is gonna be enough to take out Pain, so my Meesprit goes down, and this Typhlosion is fucking sad out here with the sun, and I'm like, wow. I decide to go out into my Whiscash, the end, just to scare it out with like a potential EQ or like Waterfall, as my opponent predicts that going into his Dragonite. I decide to go for the Substitute because that's what the end does. Yeah. So from behind a sub I feel kind of safe, and the Dragonite is just out here getting poisoned, so obviously he doesn't want to just sit there and get poisoned, so he switches out into his Poliwrath. He'll be able, with the sun up and everything, he'll just be able to absolutely laugh at my Waterfalls. So we're going to see how much damage this Waterfall actually does, and it does nothing. Absolutely nothing. To be fair, Poliwrath isn't an OU Pokemon, so it's okay. It's like, okay, mostly okay, but then still fucking Dragonite, you know what I mean? I go for an Earthquake, just hoping it will do a bit more, and it actually does. It does a decent chunk as he goes to the Wake Up Slap, which kind of alludes to him possibly being a Hypnosis set. My Reflect wears off and I decide to go for a Dragon Dance just to maximise the use of being behind a Substitute. and because I know it's going to get broken this time by this wake up slap. So the Poliwrath goes for the wake up slap, and that destroys my beanie thingy and surprises it apparently. So it gets surprised, has a heart attack, I presume, if it has a heart, whatever. And my opponent is sat here getting like a friggin' quick claw boost, which is mega interesting. I actually really like the quick claw. He gets a crit, and I go for an EQ, and this is enough, I think, just to take the Poliwrath out. So yay! Down it goes! And that's wonderful. Unfortunately, I am sat here vulnerable. I am at +1, so I'm thinking, oh yeah, can you take out a Dragonite? Can you? I know it's resisted, but can you? No! Of course not! But my opponent misses the Hurricane, which is super nice for me. And gets hurt by the poison and faints, so a little bit of hacks there, but it is Hurricane, so he goes out into Sinistro, and Sinistro is could just really mess me up, so I decide to switch out, go into my Dirty Fridge, which is one of my special rules on this team, as he goes for a Leaf Storm, and this is great for me because he's going to get the special attack drop, and this does so much damage. Like, did you even see how much damage that did? He might be Specs or something, I don't know. Considering I'm like specially defensive, he goes out into Zappers, predicting the Volt Switch, I think, and I predict him to go into Zappers, so I decided to go for a Light Screen. Didn't realise how helpful this would actually be, as this Electivire reveals that it uses some special attacks. I don't think this is like a blunder at all on my opponent's behalf. I think this is just like him trying out different stuff. I go for the Will-O-Wisp because I don't like it when people assume that just because you're doing like having a special attacking Dragonite or like a physically attacking whatever, that people don't know what they're doing. I really don't like that. I think those people always try to do something. Having a mixed attacker is really cool. And he goes for the Iron Tail. Unfortunately, he misses. I don't really know how much that matters. But I am able to get the Reflect up and switch out. I do not want to take the Iron Tail, obviously. And I go into my Wonder Wall. The Iron Tail is going to be a neutral hit because I'm Fire Rock. So it does like nothing. It does like nothing. So great. Thanks to the Reflect, I'm able to just sit here and kind of just get my lefty's recovery back from it. He's going to withdraw Zappers, as I think... What do I decide to do? I feel like I went for a Shell Smash or something weird. So the Tyranitar comes out and sets up the Sand. I don't really mind this because obviously I'm a Rock type, so I'm going to get the special defense boost as well, but it doesn't really matter as I look at this Tyranitar who is probably carrying Earthquake. I go for the Shell Smash. This is like a really weird Macargo set. It's supposed to work in conjunction with the Sticky Web. It has a little bit of speed investment. Not that much, but it's mostly defense. Not really any attacking investment or special attacking investment. I'm just telling you everything right now, so enjoy it. And the idea is that it's supposed to be able to kind of still sort of take stuff and be relatively fast. It has actually done work before, but it's very situational sort of thing, and I have to be very careful about it. This Earthquake isn't actually enough to take out Wonder Wall, so yeah, brilliant, but the Reflect is obviously helping me out. I do go for the Lava Plume here because I want to get a burn, but obviously it's only a 30% chance, and this Earthquake is going to be enough to take out Wonder Wall from here, so there goes my Wonder Wall! And it dies, and that's just terrible. I got into Shiv, and at this point I'm just laughing. I'm honestly laughing. I do not expect any sort of anything to happen here. But I go for a Brick Break, and I get a crit. I don't think that mattered though, because I am adamant. And it gets taken out. I was like, okay, well that's funny. Beedrill just took out a Tyranitar. That's really funny. And my light screen wears off as he goes into Typhlosion, and I'm like, well, now it's obviously over because it's just gonna like fuck me up. But I outspeed and go for a Poison Jab, and it actually takes it out. And I was like crying with laughter. I was like, what is this? This is just what's happening here. And I'm gonna get a bit of Life Orb recoil, but the Sandstorm goes away. So yeah, so out comes Sinistro. I'm not familiar at all with Exeggutor's speed, but I was like, well, isn't it kind of bulky? Maybe it can take a Poison Jab. And as you're going to see, it can't. It can't. But it's a crit. I don't really know how much that mattered. Feel free to tell me if it did or not. But it takes it out. And then he goes out into Zappers. And I'm like, okay, surely this is going to outspeed me. Because I'm not even like, I'm adamant. So But I go for the poison jab and I do outspeed, and it takes it out. It took out the Electivire, and Beedrill just killed 4 Pokemon. So I didn't really know what to do with that. There was actually a live version of this, but it was mostly just me cackling. So I wasn't even explaining anything, I was just laughing. But yeah, so I decided to do a post-com of this. So hopefully I managed to actually upload this along with the other battle I had. So we're gonna get 2 uploads. 2 uploads, isn't that nice? Guys, leave a like if you liked it. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. Obviously you don't have to, but I would super appreciate if you had. Come on, it's a Beedrill. It's a Beedrill. It's a Beedrill. Come on, seriously. Take care of yourselves, please, and I will see you soon. Bye bye.